The 2023-24 season was mostly a disappointing year for the Lakers. They went into the season hoping to contend for the championship, but instead, they won just 47 games during the regular season and lost in a gentleman's sweep to the Denver Nuggets in the first round. But we're going to look at the bright side. LeBron and Anthony Davis are still MVP caliber players. The Lakers just need better talent around them. The age of super teams seems to be over. The teams that are going deep in the playoffs nowadays aren't loaded with stars, but usually are built around a dynamic duo and great complementary pieces around them. Ironically, this is the same formula that won the Lakers the title in 2020, but since then, they've gone in the wrong direction. But what's done can't be undone. The good news is that the Lakers will have several avenues to getting the right pieces around LeBron and AD this offseason. The Lakers have a lot of movable contracts, several intriguing young players, and as much as 3 first-round picks that could be used in trades. The Lakers don't have any cap space, but they will have the taxpayer mid-level exception at about $5 million. So first, let's address the Lakers team needs, then let's look at several trade and free agency options to fix all of these weaknesses and make the Lakers title contenders again in 2025. The biggest team need for the Lakers, in my opinion, is a point guard that can break down the defense and create open shots for their teammates. Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell are both good offensive players, but they both lack the explosiveness needed to get downhill, put pressure on the rim, and force defenses into rotation. Not having enough rim pressure really stifled the Lakers' offense. They ranked dead last in the NBA in 3-point attempts per game last season, and that's mainly because outside of LeBron, there's no ball handler on this team that can consistently get in the paint, draw help defense, and create open 3-pointers for their teammates. So the Lakers could really use a huge upgrade at point guard. The Lakers could also use more size. Anthony Davis was the Lakers' only serviceable big man throughout last season. They could really use a center that can help out with defense and rebounding. This would also allow the Lakers to move AD to the 4 at times so he doesn't always have to bang on the inside. Lastly, the Lakers need more 3-and-D players. The Lakers do have some wing players that can defend, like Cam Reddish and Vando, but these guys can't shoot to save their lives, which clogs the lane. The Lakers are severely lacking quality two-way players. So we're going to look at some options to address all of these team needs. My number one trade target for the Lakers is DeJounte Murray. The Lakers pursued a trade for DeJounte last season, and they still have interest in getting one done. He would definitely solve the Lakers' problem for a point guard that can break down the defense. He's got the quickness and handles to get to the rim at will, and he's also an extremely unselfish passer, which should help the Lakers get their 3-point attempts up. Along with giving the Lakers a much needed scorer and playmaker, he should be able to complement LeBron and AD while playing off the ball with his shooting ability. He shot a solid 36% from downtown last season. At this point, DeJounte's defensive reputation is way above his defensive ability. He's not the same defender he was when he was all defensive second team, but he would be a defensive upgrade over D'Angelo Russell, who even at his best is a poor on-ball defender. This type of versatility at the point guard spot is exactly what the Lakers need, and if they were able to land him, that greatly increases their title chances. Now let's look at his teammate Trae Young. Trae has also been tied to the Lakers in trade rumors. The duo of Trae Young and DeJounte Murray just simply hasn't worked out. The Hawks were hoping the pairing would make them a contender. DeJounte and Trae have both put up great numbers, but because of other factors, the Hawks have fallen way short of expectations. It's very likely that the Hawks split up this backcourt this offseason. Trae Young's stock has gone down in recent years, but he's quietly dominated, averaging 25 points and 10 assists per game last season. Trae Young is one of the best offensive hubs in the league, able to create both for himself and his teammates at a high level. Trae Young would allow LeBron to play more off the ball, which he needs at this stage of his career. He would also create some of the easiest looks Anthony Davis has had in years. Trae Young would be an amazing addition, but I think DeJounte is the more realistic player to get because a top 10 player like Trae Young is probably going to be too much for the Lakers in terms of asking price. If neither of these options work out for the Lakers, they can go after Darius Garland from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Donovan Mitchell is another failed backcourt pairing. The Cavs front office hasn't been happy with the results of this duo, so it's been rumored they may move on from Garland. Darius has taken a backseat on offense since Donovan Mitchell arrived, but before Mitchell came, Garland was averaging 21 points and 8 assists per game and was an all-star. He would solve the Lakers' need for another ball handler and playmaker, and as a career 38% three-point shooter, he would thrive off the ball. He's exactly the kind of player the Lakers need at point guard. The Lakers could also make a run at Donovan Mitchell. I'm sure the Cavaliers would prefer to keep him, but there's only a year left on his contract, so when 2025 free agency comes, he can just go wherever he wants. If Mitchell doesn't agree to an extension, the Cavaliers may shop him so they don't lose him for nothing. Mitchell has put up great production both years in Cleveland, and he's battle tested with several big time performances in the playoffs. If he can be acquired at the right price, Mitchell would be an incredible pickup for the purple and gold. Lastly, the Lakers could also go after Colin Sexton of the Utah Jazz, who they reportedly have interest in. Colin Sexton is a really good scoring guard that's gone under the radar the past few seasons. He did average 18 a game last year, but just a few years ago, he was averaging 24 points per game on solid efficiency for the Cavaliers. He would add some much needed rim pressure to the Lakers starting lineup, and he would thrive off the ball being a career 38% three-point shooter. If the Jazz are willing to trade Sexton, this would be a great pickup. Now let's discuss the Lakers' need for two-way wings. In recent days, they've been linked to Jeremy Grant of the Portland Trail Blazers. At 30 years old, Grant doesn't make much sense on a Trailblazers team that's at the early stages of a rebuild, so trading Grant would make a lot of sense for them. He's evolved into one of the best scorers in the league, averaging 20 points per game the past 3 years. Before going to the Pistons, he was an amazing 3-and-D role player for the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers will be asking Grant to play a role similar to back when he was on Denver. He's an amazing wing defender, and he's turned into a knockdown shooter, draining 40% of his threes the past 2 seasons. In addition to providing shooting and defense, Grant would also give the Lakers another high-level shot creator that could run the offense while LeBron and AD go cold. Overall, he would help to solve several of the weaknesses on this Lakers roster. Probably the best 3-and-D player available in free agency will be Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. It's worth mentioning that KCP was the starting 2 guard of the Lakers when they won the title before they foolishly traded him for Russell Westbrook 2 years later. But sometimes after breaking up with someone, you need their absence to realize what you once had. The Lakers are capped out, so this will require a sign and trade, but if the Lakers are able to get Denver to agree to a trade, KCP would be an amazing pickup. Another two-way wing the Lakers should pursue is Derrick Jones Jr. Derrick Jones has always been an athletic defensive specialist, but his lack of an outside shot kept him on teams' benches. Last year, he improved his three-point shooting to 34%. Not a great percentage, but enough to keep defenses honest. He became a valuable starter on a Mavericks team that made it all the way to the finals. For the Lakers, he could play a similar role for them. Finally, let's discuss centers. The Lakers have been recently linked to Jonas Valanciunas and the New Orleans Pelicans. At 6'11 and 265 pounds, he's a big, bruising center that would give LA some much needed size in their front court. He's an excellent rebounder, which would help the Lakers out on the glass, and he's also developed an outside shot, so he would allow the Lakers to play big without compromising their spacing. Jonas is also one of the top post-up centers, so he's another scoring option the Lakers can go to. He would be a really nice pickup and probably their best case scenario in terms of picking up a center. If Jonas isn't available, Cody Zeller would be a solid addition. Zeller has been a backup center the past few seasons, but not too long ago, he was the starting center of the Charlotte Hornets. For the Lakers, he will provide them a solid 20 minutes a game of solid defense and rebounding, and he probably can be acquired for cheap. The last big man I'll mention is James Wiseman. The Pistons are renouncing him, making him an unrestricted free agent. Once the number 2 overall pick for the Warriors, Wiseman's game just simply hasn't developed, largely due to some unfortunate injuries. He still has great talent, athleticism, and size at 7'1" with a monster 7'6" wingspan. This would be a low-risk, high-reward signing. He's obviously going to go for the minimum, but if he pans out, he could be a good center for the purple and gold. So that's going to be all the players I'm going to mention in this video. Who would you like to see the Lakers pick up in free agency? If the Lakers get the right pieces around LeBron and Anthony Davis, can they re-enter the championship conversation? Let me see your thoughts down below in the comments section. Guys, I'm going to continue to talk Lakers as well as other teams all off season long. So if that sounds like something that would interest you, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing rest of your day.